Hello and welcome to Sculpted by Jen. Today we have an upper body workout for you focusing on your back and your biceps. So when you're ready, just grab a mat, smart bar, and come on down to all fours. We're going to start with a warm-up going into your cat-cow, so rounding up into the back and then rounding down into the belly. Do that a few more times. Push the floor away, unfold the shoulders from the spine, and then bring the belly in and down, arching up. And as you arch down, pull the shoulders back towards the hips. Good, let's do that one more time. And release. Let's slowly walk the hands forward and back. So from your tabletop, walk out into a kneeling plank and then walk back into your tabletop position. Do that again, reach out, in and in. Good, out, in and in. This one we're going to stay into our kneeling plank and do a shoulder tap. So working on core stability, you want to make sure you're not leaning to one side or the other, kind of keeping your balance in through center, reaching and just touching that opposite shoulder, keeping your body as stable as can be. Next one, we're going to move into a push-up, just 4, nice and easy, driving the floor away as you come up. 2 more times. Release the chest down towards the floor between the thumbs. Come back up. Let's do that one more time. Awesome. As you release, come into a child's pose, reaching the arms forward, sitting the hips back to the heels. As you bring yourself up, let's do a few shoulder rolls and get ready to grab that smart bar. Go ahead, take those shoulder rolls forward. You can use dumbbells for your workout as well. Whatever you have on hand is going to be best. All right, so first move, we're going to do a deadlift from this kneeling position. Shoulder roll up, back, and down to set your posture. And then hip hinge, keeping the chest tall and proud, keeping the shoulders pulled back. And we're just hinging from the hips, sending the hips back just a little bit towards the heels as we do. And we've got length from the crown all the way down to the tailbone. Good. Core is braced. We're about halfway there. Keep the bar nice and tight to the thighs as you hinge forward, and then draw the bar up against the thighs as you come back to kneeling. Now, if this is bothersome for the knees, you are welcome to put a pad underneath. You can also do these same moves from standing. Next move is going to be an upright row. So keep the elbows down below the shoulders. And one thing you want to watch out for here is make sure the shoulders stay down away from the ears. So we're just lifting the elbows, keeping the bar close to the body. Light pinch into the rhomboids, kind of upper back muscles as you lift that bar smoothly up the front of the body and then press it back down to the thighs. Now let's put it together. Hip hinge into your deadlift and then right into your upright row. Good. Sending the bar down to the tops of the knees and then coming up base of the chest line. Kind of skimming the bar against the thighs. And then just like you're lifting up the shirt, keeping the bar nice and close to the torso as you rise up. We're almost halfway through this combination. Keep your core braced so the tummy's tight the entire time. Keep your posture nice and tall. Remember, shoulders pulled back as you dip and shoulders down as you pull up. All right, next move, we are going to do a dead row. So you're going to bring the bar down towards the knees, row the bar up to the belly, and then bring the bar back to the knees and then rise up. So comboing into 1, 2, 3 and 4 count move. Go ahead, hip hinge, back is flat, shoulders pulled back and down. Keep the bar tight to the thighs, squeezing into that upper and middle back as you pull the bar all the way into the belly button and then release back to standing. All right, let's move into an underhand grip next. From here, we're going to go ahead into that hip hinge again and do a bicep row. So this is going to hit the back a little bit differently, and it's going to engage those biceps from shoulder to elbow. You feel a little bit of pinch in the front of the arm from that shoulder to elbow line. And speaking of pinching, we're going to pinch the elbows kind of in and up as we pull the bar in, again, still to the belly button. So same movement, just different hand placement. Still keeping length from crown down to tailbone. Still keeping core engaged. All right, next up, hands move out wide, back to your overhand grip. We're gonna do a wide grip deadlift. Again, hip hinging, keeping the bar close to the thighs for these next 10. Got a light pause at the bottom, and then a slow rise up to the top. Just a few more remaining. All right, this next round, we're going to add that row back in, but you're going to lift the bar off the thighs now, bringing it to the base of the ribs. Good, so hip hinge forward, pull the bar to the base of the ribs, release back down, and all right, continue bringing the bar down to the knees, and then pulling it to the base of the rib cage, and then back up. This is going to hit a little bit different area into the back. Now, instead of squeezing the elbows in and back, you're squeezing the elbows up. Feel a little bit of pinch into the shoulders as you pull that bar in. But we're still keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Doing so good. We've just got a few more. Take your time with these next few. Really feel that work into the back. And now let's switch it up. We are going to come down on to a seated position, back into that underhand grip, and work into the biceps with a little bit of core. So we're going to start with a bicep curl, release down into the mat, and then come back up into that bicep curl. Good, arms release down to thighs. Curl the bar up to you as you sit up. Good, continue to release down and then curl back up. Just a few more like that. Lifting up strong and tall, flexing into those abs, feeling strength in the core and the biceps. All right, we are almost there, almost there. All right, we've got one more move. Back to your overhand grip. We are going to do a pull over. Scoot the heels in just a little bit. We're going to take the bar up, kind of elbows stacked about shoulder width apart. Bring the bar overhead and then squeeze the elbows in beside your ribs as you bring the bar back down, wrists over elbows. Good. So keep that kind of 90-degree angle into the arms, just bringing the bar overhead. Now, as you bring the bar overhead, make sure you're keeping your core connection. Rib cage pulled towards hips, belly button pulled towards spine, almost like you're trying to push your low back into the floor. Good. Continue to reach up overhead and then pull that bar back down towards you. Good. Weight just heavy enough so you can feel that work into the back, into the intercostals, those muscles that interlace your ribs. Awesome. Release the bar and let's go into our stretches. You're going to tuck your knees in towards you first, stretching out into your lower back. Good. And then as you release, drop your knees to one side and reach your arms opposite. Feel that stretch across the outer edges of the body from shoulders down to hips. Switch to the other side. Knees drop one direction, arms reach out in the opposite. Awesome. Just a few more stretches to finish us up. Come up into seated. Hands wrap around the backs of the legs. Arch into that middle back. Feel the stretch across the shoulders. And then whatever seated position you like, let's stretch out those shoulders. One arm in front of you, and then the other arm pulls above or below the elbow. Then reach both hands forward, stretch across the upper back. Good. Feel that length from shoulder to shoulder again. As you let it go, you better give yourself a big pat on the back. You guys are awesome. You did such an amazing job with this workout. Big hugs to you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, be well, and keep up the great work.